Hello and welcome back to the Stargate Command org update. This is 2021 Q1. The alpha release of 3.12 just released to the persistent universe recently. So just like in previous org updates, what we're going to do is we're going to start out by talking a little bit about the state of the org or the state of the game. And then we will progress to speaking a little bit about the state of the org, maybe some changes and updates in the org, and kind of close out by talking about where the org is going and some of the goals. Now, you might notice on the screen right here that FOIP is not working. You can't see our faces moving, but I am joined by two of our most senior members. Jones is directly to my left. He's in the middle on your screen, and on the far right of your screen, you will see Maestro. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk a little bit about the state of the game. Basically, instead of just talking about 3.12, since we didn't do a 3.11 org update, I'm going to recommend that everybody for this Q1, if you're watching this and it's still like within the first couple months of 2021, go back and check out the latest letter from the chairman, because he really recaps a lot of what happened in 2020 there. They go through Alpha 3.9, 3.10, 3.11, and 3.12, and really everything that it encompasses. But instead of just listing a bunch of stuff that you can go and read in a matter of minutes, what I wanted to do is just kind of open it up to our two guest speakers and ask them how they felt about just some of the stuff we saw in 2020, what some of their favorite features were. Jones, Maestro, why don't we start with you?
Hi. Yeah, so there's been a lot of cool ships this year come up, but my definite favorite is the Crusader Mercury Star Runner. I bought it before it came out to the game and was anticipating it, and then when it came out, it was everything I had hoped for. Excellent multi-role ship, very maneuverable, and it's just genuinely fun to fly. I do carry the Grey Cat Rock in it. I do cargo runs. I take my refined goods, part of the new mining, to sell at ArtCorp, and really enjoying that.
Awesome, thanks, Maestro. I agree. I mean, the Star Runner, which we're actually sitting in the recreation area of the Star Runner right now, kind of makes for a good little studio. Is a really cool ship. What about you, Jones? I know you had mentioned like you'd kind of jotted down some notes about just some of the stuff that really stood out to you this year.
It's like back in February, of course, was the release of the Carrack, which before the Mercury Star Runner was my go-to ship for just about everything, especially multi-role or multi-crew type stuff. It's like you can store just about anything in it. It even has a small hangar that can fit the small snub ships in. And some of the more recent updates in 3.12 was released the Asperia Talon, which is a really fun little fighter, and it's designed after the Tavaran race. So that's a nice, cool new feature. It's like expanding on the alien races.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that just the vehicles this year alone, there's just been a ton there. I think between the Carrack and the Star Runner, we've definitely seen two of the most fleshed out ships, and we're starting to see what some of the bigger ships are gonna feel like and look like in the verse, which is really cool. But I mean, even beyond ships, I mean, we got a new planet this year. We got New Babbage with all of its moons. We got prison gameplay. Mining has been expanded on a ton. And then more recently, we had like the cargo decks and the refinery stations added in. So, 2020, I really think has been a pretty big year for Star Citizen. There's been a lot of stuff going on. But let's go ahead and shift gears a little bit and talk about the org. Where is Stargate Command? What are we doing? What are our goals? Because, I mean, that's one of the main reasons we do the org update, right? And I think it's also a good segue into, hey, why are Jones and Maestro here? And as y'all know, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of like ranks and titles. I really just want the org to be a social place for people to meet, for like-minded individuals to kind of have a place to to get together and have a group to play with. But any organization needs leadership. Any organization needs people who are going to kind of keep it together and be the glue. And really, already, you guys have been doing that. Jones and Maestro, I mean, you're constantly in Discord. You're always in game. You're always happy to help people out. You've been recruiting folks. So I'm really happy to announce that for 2021, we're going to shift gears a little bit, and Jones and Maestro are going to step up into the core officer roles, which if it's the first time you've heard core officer, that's short for community outreach, recruiting, and engagement. So it's really just all about engaging our membership and kind of just doing what you guys already do. It's just now your names will kind of be on the right-hand side of Discord up at the top, along with on the left-hand side of Discord showing that you're always online and in voice chat. So people will see like, hey, this is someone I can ask questions to and stuff like that. And I know we've talked about the role a little bit. Maestro, you had some ideas, but so this time I started with Maestro last time. Let me kick it off to Jones. I mean, what do you kind of have been like? How do you like see the org and see that role? And I don't know, man. Like, give me like a 60-second pitch of kind of where you might take this over 2021.
All right. As far as for the org, I'd like us to get some sort of events going into the game. It's like it could just be something simple as a mining run together, or just do a mission. They just released the combat and Idris mission. They have both lawful and unlawful sides of that mission. It could just be fun just to get a group together to go take on an Idris.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, just kind of having like organized game nights is something that we have done in the past, and that's a great way to engage the community. Maestro, what about you? What have you been thinking?
Yeah, something along the same lines. So activities, certain nights, and us kind of reaching out to people that maybe we've seen playing the game but haven't been in voice chat, and getting together, and just Jones and I might facilitate things to encourage people to hang out with us, and also maybe sending out announcements, and that might pop up on your Discord channel of things that might be going on, new stuff, patches. We've added some bots to the Discord that give out some information about Star Citizen leaks and the Star Citizen official Discord channel. But also we encourage everybody to help us recruit. If you have friends in the game, or be helpful in the game, and direct those people back to the org, see if it's a good fit for them.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you hit on some really good points there, and so I'm going to wrap up with that. I like to keep these brief, but I really want to thank Maestro and Jones. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank everybody who hung out and watched the org update. I really look forward to spending 2021 with you, and we will see you all in the verse.